Hi, this video was made by Gerardo Guzman, Arturo Lizondo, and Juan Jose Quevedo. We're going to be solving two problems, one using the delta y and dy formulas to see an estimate and an approximation. And in the second problem, we're going to be integrating a complex problem using the type, identifying the type, which is in this case, it's going to be u to the n du, and solving it.
Hi, I'm Juan Jose Quevedo and I will be showing you the problem number 5. Okay guys, so the information we have available is the radius, which is going to be R1 is equivalent to 0.5 inches. Now they're telling us that the measurement is going to be the delta R 0.01 inches. So if we add this to this, we are going to have our second radius, which is going to be 0.51 inches. Now, option A is asking us to find the error in calculating the volume. So we need to find it precisely, and we're going to do that like this, with f of 0.51 minus f of 0.5. Now, the volume for this circle, the formula is this one over here. Okay, this is our formula. So we're going to plug these values into this R, just like this. Minus the other one, oh sorry. Now, what we got was 0.04 inches cubed, because we're talking about volume. This is going to be A. Now, for B, we need to estimate it. So this formula right here, we're going to derivate it. So it's going to be 4/3 times 2 over 1 pi radius, leaving us with 8/3 pi radius. This is going to be the dr. This times this right here, 0.01. We're going to plug this r right in here. So we're going to have 8/3 pi times 0.5 times 0.01, and the estimated version is going to be 0.041 inches cubed. So if you see, they are very similar. In C, they are asking us to find the change and the approximate change if we are going to have 100 balls. So we're going to take each one of these and multiply them by 100. So the estimated is going to be 4.1 because of this 0.1, and it's going to be 4 in the change. Now, for question D, they're asking us the same but with 1,000 balls. So the estimated would be 0.041 times 1,000, leaving us with 41, and the change 0.04 times 1,000, leaving us with 40. Now, for E, it is important to know the change and the approximation, because in formulas and when you apply them, it is very crucial to know which one to use and how to use each one of them. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Arturo Lizondo, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do an integral problem with the type u to the n du. The problem is going to be 6 over square root of x, parentheses, 2 minus square root of x to the power of 7 dx. First, we have to notice which type it is, and since I previously mentioned, it's going to be a type of u to the n du, which when solved is going to turn to u n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Just remember this. To start off, we need to identify which u it is. We know from the thing I just mentioned that u to the n du, our u is going to be what's inside to the parentheses raised to something, which is the n. So the u is going to be 2 minus square root of x, which, to make it easier for ourselves, we're just going to turn it to 2 minus x to the 1/2, which is the same as square root of x. Now, to get the du, we have to get the derivative of our u, which is going to be, well, first we have to get rid of the 2, obviously, because it's, the derivative of 2 is just 0. So to get the derivative, we have to do get the derivative of this one, obviously. So it is going to be, let's do it over here, negative 1/2 x 1 minus 2 over minus 1, which it's going to turn out as negative 1/2 x to a negative 1/2. Now, to turn this into a normal fraction per se, it is going to turn into negative 1 over 2. Then, to get this fraction positive, because we can't have a negative fraction, we have to go to take it to the denominator, which is going to turn it into square root of x, because 1/2 is positive and it's the same as square root of x. So our du is going to be negative 1 over 2 square root of x. Now we have to equal this to our remaining. Since this is our u, what we want is what is remaining. So this, we have to add a dx here as well, because it's with respect to x. And what we have left over here in our starting equation is this and this. So what we want is 6. We are going to simplify it, or turn it into a, we're going to make the fraction without a denominator, so we're going to turn it into 6x to a negative 1/2. Let's erase this, dx. So to get this, what we want, we have to do this times this divided by this. So what we're going to have is 6x to a negative 1/2 over negative 1 over 2 square root of x. So this is the same as 6 over square root of x over negative 1 over 2 square root of x. Now we just have to do the famous method of the tortilla, which is this times this and this times this. So this, the big line, is going to be the numerator, which is going to turn out as 12 square root of x, and that denominator is going to be this times this, which is negative square root of x. And as we can see, this just cancels out, and what we have left is 12 over negative, which is just a negative 12. And this is what we want over here, and of course with the du that is multiplied over here. So let's erase this. Now that we have this, we have to, as our teacher has told us, the crazy arrow, which is going to turn into, well, let's make it a bit higher. Of course, we still have to have the integral sign, and as we mentioned, it's going to be the negative 12 that we got from over here, u, which is this whole thing, but we're going to write it as u, meanwhile, to the 7th power that we have here, and of course with respect to u, because we have the u here. Now, what we have to do, as we're integrating now, is do what I mentioned before, which was the u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. So here it's going to be negative 12 u, 7 plus 1 is going to be 8 over the same number as this one, so 8, of course. And we can add the c as well if you want. Now, negative 12 divided by 8 is going to give you negative 3 over 2, and we still have the u to the power of 8 plus c. And our final answer is going to be negative 3 over 2. The u, which we're going to get from over here, this u, well, this u, parentheses, 2 minus square root of x, close the parentheses, plus c. So this right here is our final answer, which is the integral of this over here. Now that we have this as the u, as in terms of u, we have to turn it into our in terms of x's. So now we're going to get the final answer, of course with x's, as negative 3 over 2 parentheses, and this u is going to turn, well, as you can see here, our u is 2 minus square root of x. So we're just going to turn this u to the 8th to a 2 minus square root of x, of course, as we have here, to the power of 8, plus c. So this is our final answer, which is the integral of this over here.